Hey, you're watching AFox, and today we're going to be taking a look at my loadout for the ASM1 Reckless, which is one of the professional versions of this gun. It's a submachine gun, and on this stats it's got a +1 on fire rate and -1 on its handling, which it could be better, let's just put it that way. But overall this gun is pretty good anyway, so it doesn't really matter about its stats overly, because the fact that its handling is down 1, you can just add foregrip, which is my attachment for it. So there we are, my foregrip is attached is foregrip. My foregrip which is attached. Did I really just say that? You know what I mean. Let's just pretend you understood what I just said then. But yeah, that's my only attachment for this gun, but because it really does need it, because the handling is pretty shit, and to be honest, its recoil is again really annoying. It's not really made for long range, let's be honest. It's not. It's just not good at long range. It's really difficult to get a good eye on somebody at a long distance, which is why you want to weave around corners in the map and try not to get in the long eyesight of people. I think it's worth mentioning the fact that this gun actually comes with rapid fire attached to it, which is unlocked at a certain level. I'm not entirely sure what level you have to be for it to unlock, but I think it's like 48 or 47 or something like that. But that's pretty cool. I don't know if I'm going to be able to handle it with rapid fire, considering it's pretty hard to handle anyway. As for my secondary, I do not have one again, because I don't really like secondary weapons. They're all pretty crap, and I'm not really a big lover of using pistols anyway, and again, I'm never really alive long enough to see through all of my ammo, so I need to switch over to a secondary weapon. But I do have a wildcard equipped, which is what I usually choose between. Now, if I don't have a wildcard, I will have a secondary weapon, just for the hell of having something there, because I don't really like not having all 13 of my slots to use. I don't know why. Anyway, the wild card I have is called Streaker, and it means I can have 1 extra streak added to my score streaks. Now, this loadout is made for score streaks. That is mainly what I did it for. If I say the word score streak wrong at any point during this sentence, that's because I have done this recording about 5,000 times, and I cannot say the word score streak correctly. It's so hard. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm telling you this. Maybe it makes me feel better. But anyway, yeah, it's for my score streaks, because this loadout is all about that. All of my other loadouts have quite difficult score streaks to get, because I've added on extra stuff to each streak, such as system hack. I've got, I can't remember what it's called, but it's the thing where it stops everyone from being able to use their exosuits so they can't jump, which I think is really bloody annoying. So if you want to really piss off your enemies, definitely have that on, because it means that they can't double jump whilst your system hack is on. And if you're really good at Call of Duty and you think you can get system hack, whatever the requirements is, then add on the extended time for that, because that is the ultimate annoying thing to do to someone. Have them not be able to double jump for the longest period of time they can, because I think so many players are used to this double jump thing now, and it's just weird not using it, I think. So definitely, if you want to piss people off, do that. But anyway, for this loadout, I don't have any add-ons on my streaks. They're literally just as they come, because I just wanted something that I could easily access things and still feel like I'm doing okay. Because I think a lot of what makes you feel like you're playing really good is if you do get a load of streaks all the time, if you're constantly bombarding your enemy teammates with obstacles that they've got to avoid, like extra problems just to consider. I think that's what makes you feel like you're doing well, just along with the fact of obviously getting a load of kills and not dying every 2 seconds in a match. But other than that, I think that's one of the main things. And so this loadout is kind of so that I can do that. Now, here is not the best example, because I am playing free-for-all, and free-for-all is not the easiest thing to stay alive on without dying a few times. So, you know, it's easier to get the score streak and use this loadout on not free-for-all. Do something like domination, or just standard TDM, or anything like that that doesn't require enemies being literally everywhere around you, because that is one of the things that makes getting your score streaks a little bit harder when you've got enemies coming from the left side, front, everywhere. Oh god. So now I finished my massive ramble about my score streaks, I'm actually going to tell you what they are, because that's probably a little bit helpful. So my first score streak is a UAV. Obvious reasons why it's useful, don't need to explain that. System hack, because again, I love it so much. And my third score streak is actually a Goliath, because I've never really used them. I know, crazy, right? Because everyone uses the Goliaths, and that was like one of the really cool things about this game when it first came out. They're like, oh, you can get in a Goliath, so why not? But I don't know, I was just never really into it, so I never really had that put on. So that's my replacement of Bombing Run, and I gotta be honest, the reason behind putting the Goliath on was because I was into playing hardcore TDM for a while, or just hardcore in general, and I didn't really pay much attention to the fact that when you play on hardcore, you can kill your own enemies, and I played with Bombing Run, and I managed to kill the people on my team, and I got kicked from the match because I was using Bombing Run. It was ridiculous. I was like, oh shit, I did not realize that. So that is the main reason I took that one off of there. But Goliath is pretty cool, so why not? And then the Missile Strike is my other fourth added on extra bonus perk slot thingy. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna stop rambling because I'm just making myself make no sense. But yeah, Missile Strike, because again, they're really good and quick and easy to use and get a load of kills if you're lucky. Right, now I finished explaining that one. Wow, I feel like that was just way too long to explain. Anyway, I've got Lightweight as perk 1 because, as you know, I always have Lightweight. It's really good. And for machine guns, if you're using a gun that's pretty fast paced, you need to have Lightweight equipped because it just makes sense. If you're going to use something that's all about being quick and speedy, why not use it, you know? Yeah? Does that make sense? Right. And peripherals is perk 2 because peripherals is so good, it's so useful. I can't stand not having it attached anymore because it just makes me feel like I have hardly any idea where anyone is. The restriction on the map is so much smaller than what it is when you have peripherals on, and it's pretty good. I like it. And then perk 3, I've got Scavenger, so I'm never loose of ammo because, again, I don't have a secondary weapon, so if I do end up being amazing one day, well, I'm going to come unstuck if I don't have Scavenger on. And secondly, because it's pretty good to have Scavenger on a gun that's not really easy to use. Like something that's got pretty shit handling, it's quite nice to have extra ammo being constantly picked up. And finally, for my exo stuff, I have the exo ability of Cloak, which makes you invisible. It's nice to have that equipped, I think, and if you are playing Domination 3, then it does make it useful for capturing the points and stuff like that. And then I have got the Semtex, 2 of them, because Semtex are actually quite useful when you are playing against people on hardcore. Now this might sound really stupid because obviously grenades are so much more risky to use when you're playing hardcore, but a lot of people camp on hardcore, I find. A lot more people do. So it's a lot easier to find people just sitting, not really paying much attention to their behind. So you can just stick a bomb to their ass and piss off and they're going to die. And you don't even have to confront your enemy that way. So it's quite nice to be able to do that, I think, and it's quite fun and satisfying if you do actually get the kill. So I've just been playing around with that for a little while. Anyway, that is everything for this loadout. This took a little while to explain, mainly because I like to ramble about stuff that has no reason to be rambled about. But anyway, I hope some of this information was useful for you. If you want to see more of these videos, let me know. I'm not too sure what gun I'm going to be doing next. I'm kind of running out of my weapons that I really do like to use, so I'm going to start trying to mix it up a little bit. So if it's a couple of weeks before my next one as this comes out, that's because I'm just testing around to see what I like and see what I don't like and see what I can bring to you guys, because I don't want to just bring out any old loadout that's pretty shit and doesn't even work. So I'm going to try my best to make sure that I bring you the best loadouts for this series. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you guys soon. But until then, bye!